morning friends and welcome to Sharekhan's pre-market action. It has been a weaker markets as far as the global markets are concerned. Yesterday we saw the European markets closing down, CAC, DAX and FTSE was down more than a percentage, and also currently the Asian markets are trading negative. The Dow closed down on a negative note. Dow was down by around 70 odd points and Nasdaq also was down by 30 odd points in yesterday's trade. And the main concern is that the Fed has said that the interest rates hike in second half of this year remains open, and there are more signs that probably the Fed might take some action or as far as the interest rates are concerned in the second half of this year, and that's causing these overall sentiments to weaken in the global markets, and we saw the markets coming down. Back home yesterday we saw that the FIs turned sellers. Even yesterday in the cash provision market they were sellers to the tune of around 718 odd crores, whereas the DIs were positive to tune of around 914 odd crores in yesterday's cash provisional trade. It's going to be an expiry today, and it's going to be a huge volatile markets as far as the derivative is concerned. But what's the overall outlook going ahead today as well as in the coming days? So we'll have to wait and watch and have a look at the derivative analysis.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. After a huge fall of 8% in Nifty, the Indian benchmark indices Nifty took a relief on Tuesday's trade. But again resuming their southward journey, the Indian benchmark index Nifty has ended the yesterday's session with a loss of 0.65%. As we have seen that Nifty started the session on a flattish to negative note, but market participants remained on the sidelines ahead of FNO expiry, which is scheduled today. In last hour of trade, markets tried to recover, but recovery was very short-lived, and Nifty finally entered the session at 8238 odd levels. In this period, we have seen that short positions were built up by market players as open interest is increased by 5.34% from 2 crore 33 lakhs to 2 crore 45 lakhs. Approximately 12.46 lakh shares were added in open interest, and Nifty futures price decreased by approximately 54 rupees from 8292.40 to 8238.25. Nifty cost of carry decreased in negative, which is down by 133.27% from 9.99 to minus 3.32%. Also, Nifty futures premium went into a discount to 1.50 odd levels. PCR is increased by 3.85%. It is increased from 0.78 to 0.81, which is clearly indicating that put option has seen good build-up in yesterday's trade. In yesterday's trade, we have seen that put option has added approximately 39 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 37 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was down by 1% and it finally closed at 17.24%. In the options activity, we have seen that 8,300, 8,400 call option has added huge number of shares in open interest. 8,300 has added 24% shares in open interest and currently stands with 43 lakh shares in 8,300 call option. Also, 8,400 call option has added 16.15% shares in open interest and currently it has 46 lakh shares in open interest. In the put option side, we have seen that 8,300 put option has reduced 14% shares in open interest, and that activity was shifted to 8,200 put option, which has currently 57 lakh shares in open interest, and yesterday it has added approximately 11% shares in open interest. Overall, if we look at the options activity, people have shifted their positions from higher strike price to lower strike price, and currently 8,200 put option stands with highest number of shares in open interest. So we may expect expiry high probability of Nifty closing would be below 8,200 odd levels. On band period front, there are two securities in band period today. One is Century Textiles, second is Unitech. And yesterday, FIs were net sellers of 1,100 odd crores in future and options segment. They were net sellers of 197.16 crore in DEX futures. They were net sellers of 1,253.01 crore in DEX options. They were net buyers of 315.47 crore in stock futures, and they were net buyers of 23.14 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CVM stands at 8,300. Higher range would be 8,300. As yesterday it has added approximately 24% shares in open interest, so this may act as a stiff resistance. And lower range would be 8,200. As we have seen that 8,200 put option has seen huge number of shares in open interest in yesterday's trade. Currently, Singapore Nifty is down by 34.70 points, which is 82.59.50, which is MAC future. Also, April future is also down by 22 points. So we may see a flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today, and ahead of expiry we may may see huge intraday whipsaws in today's trade. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Let's have a look at some of the trading ideas for today. First and foremost, positive news for Axis Bank that the board has raised the FI limit to 74% from 62%. In the budget speech, AFM had proposed to remove the distinction between the different types of foreign investments, especially between the FPI and the FDI, and replace it with composite cap of 74%. And on basis of those news, we recommend to go long in Axis Bank with a stop loss of 541 for target of 516 and 581 today. ONGC has maintained the excellence in the exploration and production. The FY 2015 domestic crude oil output stands at 2.3 million tons versus 22.24 million tons. Total discoveries in FY 2015 stands at 22. It notified 4 more hydrocarbon discoveries in the 4th quarter. So it's a positive thing for ONGC. We recommend to go long in the stock. The stop loss of 299 for target of 315 and 321. On the news update, RBI's external committee has been in favor of rate cuts, so it's sentimentally positive for the banking sector. As per the RBI's technical advisory report, 4 members out of the 7 members had recommended that RBI should cut interest rates again ahead of the 7th April policy meeting. Now, with the 2 members suggesting easing by 50 basis points because of slow economic growth, while TAC does not have any voting powers on the rate decisions, there is an overwhelming bias towards a further reduction in the interest rates. On the other news, negative news for JSPL, where CBI has filed a charge sheet against Naveen Jindal. CBI has filed a charge sheet against Naveen Jindal and 14 others in the Amarkonda, Murga Dangal coal block allocation. Jindal Steel and Power Limited and Jindal Realty Private Limited have been named as accused in the RBI's charge sheet. The accused have been charged sheeted for alleged offences of criminal conspiracy, cheating, and under provisions of Prevention of Corruption Act. On the other news update, Varun Shipping, the stock company, is likely to split into 2 listed entities by the end of May. It expects the LPG business to be back on track by June. IDFC to exit Nifty Index and Bosch is the new replacement. Viara Logistics Limited IPO will be listing today, both in NSE and BSE. RBI says in statement on FI investment cap in HSCL, and now one can invest in HSCL up to 40%. There is the FIs and the FPIs. On the results update, Man Industries came out with some very good results. The Q4 consolidated PAT stand at 50.3 crores versus 9 crore year on year. Q4 consolidated income also from the operation stand at 1,307 crores versus 934 crores, which was up by around 39.9% year on year. Raymond Q4 consolidated PAT stands at 21.47 crores versus rupees 8.1 crore, up 165% year on year. And the sales stands at rupees 1,400 crore versus 1,243 crores, which is up by around 12.6% year on year. PNB Grids Q4 net profit is up around 70% at 14.8 crore versus 8.7 crores, and total income is up by 22.1% at 95 crores versus 77.8 crores. So good results also from PNB Grids. Results to be declared today. The companies which are coming out with the results are IDFC, Sriram Transport Finance, Exide Industries, Corporation Bank, Marico, Coromandel International, Chamber Fertilizers, Odra Realty, and they have also mentioned the expected PAT on that. On the watch list for today, we have stock with positive bias Petronet, Ambuja Cement and Havels, and stock with negative bias PFC, Godrej Industries and ACC. Stocks for investment, Hinomoto, Glenmark, Larsen, Maruti and State Bank of India. That's it, friends, from the Sharekhan's pre-market action. Thanks and have a nice day.